Mary, hi.
Hi,
Thanks for joining me again today.
absolutely.
Um,
Thanks for having me.
no, this is exciting. I'm in the thick of it myself, and to hear that you've launched this new program, which we'll talk about soon, is really exciting. So, yeah, it's good to share a little bit more about that. So, for people who haven't seen the first video, Mary Kruger has been my life coach and career coach for over 2 years now, and at least 100 other lucky individuals, professionals, job seekers, and what have you. And today we're talking specifically about this program that you've launched, Mary, which is the FastTrack Your Job Search program. Very relevant and timely right now. But why don't you start by telling us why you've launched this program?
Sure. So I used to teach job finding clubs, and I spent 7 years working for a private agency. And I was not only teaching the job clubs, but I also trained facilitators in it, and I developed curriculum for it. And then at that time, I was working with lots of new immigrants that were professionals coming to Canada, didn't have a lot of Canadian experience, and were wanting to work here, as well as I would have everything from brand new grads out of university locally to CEOs in the groups, really just depending on what it was. And so I've actually worked with over 1,200 people in that setting, teaching them practical job search skills and motivating them, coaching them, and helping them to be successful in their careers.
Wow,
So,
that's a lot of change.
yes, yeah, for sure. And so that was how I got started, sort of in the job search realm of things. And then what I decided to do was kind of marry that with my experience in learning and development, because I've worked for over 14 years doing curriculum. And it occurred to me that I should put the two together. And then, of course, in between all of that, I became a certified coach for the International Coaching Federation. And so now I'm super excited that I'm launching this program on Zoom. First for me, I've run it before, but I haven't done live calls. And so now what I'm doing is this Fast Track Your Job Search program for people that are really looking for support and just what's the best way to be job searching in this environment. And of course, with COVID, the environment's definitely changed. And so I'm excited that have the opportunity to be able to reach out to more people because it's a group coaching program, something that I haven't done before. So it's new to me and in this realm. I've been coaching for many years now, but as a group. And I think it's really going to be beneficial to people because, for one thing, it's a little more reasonably priced than if you work one to one with me. And as well, you're going to have not only the support of myself, your coach, but also the support of the other people that are going to be in the group. So, yeah, it's starting July 7th. So it's coming up soon.
Well, that's exciting and timely. And I'm really curious. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of job search resources out there, but there's something special about this program that you've curated. What really stands out about how this program is put together?
Well, I think the thing is, it's based on a methodology that the actually governments use. So the programming that I worked in for 7 years, the job finding clubs, was originally built, the theory by a guy named Dr. Nathan Azrin. And so it's a model that works. And I know it works because, like I said, I've worked with more than 1,200 people with it. And that's just me. Job finding clubs have been across the country, and they've even been in places like Europe. So what I did was I took the materials, or many of the materials from that, plus the experience of my clients that I've worked with and my own experience as a facilitator and also training other facilitators, and mesh this into a job search program that I know works because I've seen it work before. And yeah.
Okay. And then in terms of the people who should be thinking about this, is it people who've been laid off and have been looking for work for a while? Is it people who are currently employed and aren't really sure how to go about trying to find the next best opportunity? Like, who is this for?
Yeah, that's a good question. So it is definitely for someone who knows what kind of work they want to do. It's not a career exploration program. For that, I'd recommend working with me one to one. So it's for someone that is focused on what type of work they want to do, but they might want to pivot industries. So for instance, right now, I've just written some articles around retail workers, because of course the retail landscape has really changed with COVID-19, and how people can pivot from that into a different industry. So someone like that would be a perfect candidate for this program. Could also be someone that is returning to work, that has maybe been home raising their family. Could be somebody who is currently working that is just not happy with it. What the very first module in my program is on values and personal values. And I really feel that if you're not aligned with your values in your work, you're going to have a lot of problems. And I mean, not only work, right? Relationships. I'm seeing some nodding, Gordon, all
Yeah.
kinds of things, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what we start out with. So yeah, it could be somebody that is not working, wanting to, or someone who hasn't worked for a while and wants to return to work, or someone who is currently working and is not happy with where they're working, knows, say they want to be, I don't know, they're a financial accountant, but they don't know kind of where to go from there.
Yeah. Okay. So the program starts July 7th.
Yes.
And someone enters this program. Think future with me. Someone enters this program. They love the program. What can they say at the end of this program that they're able to do now, or that they understand that they probably didn't understand before about like the whole process or themselves, or like key skills?
Yeah. One of the things they're going to be able to do is put themselves above the average job seeker. And the reason they're going to be able to do that is because they're going to have a different skill set. They're going to, and a different way of looking at job searching that many people don't do. So I'll give you an example. One of my modules, there's 6 of them over the 6 weeks, and one of them is the hidden job market. So many jobs, close to 80 to 90% of the jobs aren't advertised. People tell you about them through networking, or you find out from a friend. And I think actually you just had that experience recently. And so that is a big edge, is to be able to actually network your way into an interview with a company without the competition. Because just think about when we apply to, through LinkedIn or through Glassdoor, or some of these other job boards and things, there's so much more competition. And, you're in this stack, figuratively, of resumes and applications. And we don't want that. We want you to be above the average job seeker and to stand out and not have that competition.
Yeah, for sure. I'll admit, this time around, even compared to 2 years ago, it sounds like there's a bunch of machines looking at resumes before a human gets to these resumes in some cases. And if you don't have the right keywords or keyword density, you are literally shortlisted by a machine before the first round of like human consideration. And
yeah,
that concerns me, because like I've looked at my resume and I've kind of shared it around, and there's no guarantees that I'm even using the proper language to be able to get into the roles that I want. So I've been doing a lot of work there, and I won't get much into that on this discussion, but that hidden job market, it's almost like the dark web or the deep web. It's like people know you as a person, as a professional. And if they like what you do, they're going to describe what you do in their terms to the right people at the right moment. Which, yeah, I'll admit, I don't know. I didn't know how influential that would be in comparison to just kind of playing the numbers game of submitting resumes and trying to do so in a timely way. So I appreciate that there's some learnings to come out of that in your program.
Yeah, definitely, because those applicant tracking systems, ATSs, are out there, especially with the major, bigger companies, because they get such a volume of applications. And so that is one of the ways they screen it, is with keyword search, that kind of thing. But when you network your way into an organization, and you can use LinkedIn that way to build your network, to be building relationships with people in organizations that you're interested in. If you can get somebody within an organization saying like, hey, take a look at Gordon, he's got a great skill set, then all of a sudden you're above that competition, and you can go so much further. They may forget all those other applications, or there may not even be other applications. That's the key, really, is to target companies before they advertise positions and get in that way.
Yeah, neat.
Yeah, because employers hire people that approach them at the right time. And you might say, well, we don't know what the right time is, but in my course, not only we talk about networking, we talk about the hidden job market and about how to approach people and what the process is to go through to do that. And also to target organizations or companies that you really want to work for that align with your values or your interests or your passions. Because when you come across as someone that is passionate and excited about an organization, believe me, they're going to see it on the other side. And really, employers are looking at those soft skills too, that attitude, probably more, I feel, than they are at the hard skills.
Right. Okay, so where can people find out more about this program?
Yeah, so if you go to my website, mlkcoaching.com, on the right-hand side is, you can click there and you can see all the information. It lists all the 6 modules. And the other thing right now is I have a fast acting bonus. If you sign up for my program by Sunday, you also will receive a free module on LinkedIn, which is, really big right now, and module on salary negotiation. I've worked with many, many people and I've taught salary negotiation for many years. So getting the most money for what you want, getting those benefits, all of that as well.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, well, geez, have we missed anything?
I don't think so. The price is priced at really reasonable. Since this is the first time I've done it on Zoom, it's $4.97 Canadian. So for those viewers that are in the US, that's a real smoking deal. And as I said, it's much more affordable than one-to-one coaching, but I really wanted to be able to reach more people. And I think it's really timely to be doing that right now. So take a look, and you can also email me at mary@mlkcoaching.com. We can set up a conversation as well if you want more information, but take a look on my website as well.
Okay, excellent. Oh, I did have one more question.
Absolutely.
The commitment, like the time commitment, how does this program work?
Yes, that's a good question. So it is 6 weeks long. So there is 6 live calls each week. They'll also be recorded in case you can't make the calls.
Yeah.
And then I will do support after that as well. We have a group online and during the program as well for like another month period of time.
Okay. So someone's looking at setting aside how much time each week to like participate in the full program?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So for the 6 weeks, I would say you want to set aside probably at least a couple hours, an hour to attend the call each week, and then another hour because I'll be sending out checklists, scripts, all the information about the different modules, hidden job market, informational interviews, my absolute favorite topic I could talk about for the next hour, employment interviews, follow-up, all of that. So that'll all be part of the information that will be coming out to you as well. So I would say probably 2 hours, 2 hours a week minimum, maybe even 3, just to work through the information. And then you also get the support in between my calls online where you can ask questions, your particular situation, as well as the training and the group coaching on the live calls.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks again for all of that, Mary, and looking forward to watching this program launch here on July 7th.
Great. Thanks again, Gordon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.